Hello, my friends. It's Monday, and I'm Isabel, your life coach. My mission is to stretch your mind to see what's possible in your life and to get you one step closer to achieve it. So, today I would like to talk about the topic of reframing and failing. Isn't that a fun topic? Not so, right? But I would like to bring it up to the table today. So I heard this most beautiful reframe, and I believe it was by Zig Ziglar, and he said, failing forward. Now, just notice when I say failing forward, just that one word, what a difference it makes. Can you hear it? Failing, failing forward. Can you hear the difference? It's just one word that changed the whole thing, right? So I could talk to myself and say I failed, or I failed forward. Say hi to my cat. Maybe she's coming around here. um, so failing forward, and I believe it is actually a skill. A skill? Yes, failing can be a skill. And I want to share a memory of mine that came to me very clearly. And I always think of my oldest son, Jesse, when he was in karate classes, right? He was young boy and teenager all the way through high school. He did karate. And one of the skills, one of the many skills um, he learned, right? And this one really, really stood out to me. One of the skills was how to fall. How to fall. And I remember it. It's stuck in my memory, right? And the goal, I believe, don't count on this, but I believe it was how to fall without injuring yourself, how to fall without hurting yourself, right? They also did a lot on um, like how to be street smart if you get attacked and all that self-defense stuff. But even in karate, while you do karate with your dojo partner, how to fall without injuring yourself. Now, years later, that skill came in super handy as my son was on his bike, a bicycle, not a motorbike, a bicycle. I believe it was on his way to karate actually. And this truck came super close to his bike and almost like it sounded like he purposefully came super close to my son and his bike so that my son had a choice either to get hit or to fall off the bike, to jump off the bike into either it was the sidewalk or the side of the street. And it sounded scary when he told me the story, but he had to fall deliberately. Good thing he knew how to because he did not get injured badly. I believe there were some bruises maybe, but he did not get injured severely. It was not a bad accident. It was a very bad, showing of how bad people can be. But that's another thing. So he learned how to fall, and it saved his life. Okay, I will never forget that. So what's the moral of the story? It is we fall in life, we fail in life. It's just part of it, right? I would love to talk to you about unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes and frosting and birthdays, which we have many of this month. But life also comes with fails. It's just part of it, right? So the more we get familiar with it, the more we don't push it away, the more we kind of accept that this is part of life, the easier it will be to handle it. Now, one question, the first question, there's two, right? Today, just two questions on that. So when we fail, when we fall, the first question is, how long do we want to stay down? It's up to you. How long do you want to stay down? How long until you get back on the bike? It's up to you. I'm all for feeling whatever disappointment, frustration, anger, whatever the feel brings with it, feel it. Don't push it away. It's not going to go away. You might as well feel it, right? But how long do you want to wallow in it? The second question is, how long do you want to beat yourself up over it? It's not even a question of if you beat yourself up over it, because I know for myself, from my friends, from my clients, it's a given. We beat ourselves up over the fail. That's just what we do. It's just an automatic response. We beat ourselves up, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of how long. And again, you have a choice in that. How long do you want to beat yourself up over the fail? It's a given. So again, make a choice and be aware of it. So often those habits, like beating yourself up over something, they're automatic and they can only come into your consciousness if you are aware of it. Awareness is a big, big step. Next time you fail, I want you to be aware how long you're beating yourself up over it. And maybe just back up 1 second and make yourself aware that you're beating yourself up over it. And then, as I told the client this morning, yep, talk to yourself. Oh, beating myself up again. Wow. Yeah, I knew I would do that. What I'm used to. That's what I used to do to myself. But is that necessary right now? What do I need to feel to move on from this moment? And how long do I want to stay in this? Right? But just be aware of it. And then, of course, we can go from there. And if you'd like to have a discovery call on how you could reframe that fail and how you can move on from it and what you can learn from it, I would love to help you with that. That's my sweet spot. And again, failing is not something that we should avoid, as I'm learning myself, right? Um, it comes in all shapes and forms and experiences, but we fail. So let's try not to avoid it and even become aware of that thought, right? How often do we want to avoid a fail? And especially if you're um, raising teenagers and young adults as I am, or building a business as I am, there will be fails. Plenty, plenty of them. Okay? So um, I I promised my newsletter readers to share my favorite example of failing forward, and that is if you think of a toddler, right? If you have raised a child or not, doesn't matter. I know you have seen this in the store or at a friend's home, family's home. If you watch a toddler that is learning to walk, what do you see, right? What are you picturing right now? That toddler will take a step, a clumsy step, maybe two or three, and fall, right? It is part of the process of learning how to walk. Now, does that toddler say, oh gosh, I'll never learn this? I fell 3 times already in 2 minutes. I'm done. No way, right? Toddler has no idea what that means. It just gets up and tries again and again and again and again, million times. I raised 6 children. I know they all learned how to walk miraculously. That's what we're programmed to do, right? So, the parent, have you ever heard a parent say, let's say as a mom talking to the dad, "Oh, look at him or her. He he's been trying to walk for like a whole week now and still doesn't have it. My goodness, this kid's never gonna learn how to walk." Have you ever heard that? No way, right? Rather the opposite. What do we do when a child takes a step? What do we do as parents? If you're a parent, you know, what do? You clap, you cheer, you celebrate 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, right? And the child falls down and looks at you. And if you clap, what do? Big smile, looking up and clapping for themselves. I just love when a little child does that. They're so happy to have done something and failed and they try again, right? If we could just infuse ourselves with that kind of toddler energy, right? Of always trying, 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 right? Minus the tantrums, but just the energy of trying and always learning, right? How they grow and learn is just amazing. So think of a toddler next time you fail and clap for yourself. Because when you fail, it means that you've tried. You have tried something new and you have failed. So what? Try again. And notice Be aware of how you beat yourself up and how long you want to stay down. If you need help with any of that, please message me or comment below that you have had one of these fails and you'd like help with it. Message me privately. I would love to help you with that. And until next time, fail forward. You're loved, deeply loved, loved beyond measure. See you next week. Bye.